Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by Lightning Lee McGregor. Lee, the reason I wanted to get a chat with you is obviously the news that broke yesterday that you obviously tested positive for CV, we'll call it. So my question is, the disappointment of your European title fight is postponed, but just let me know how you're feeling at this moment in time. What's your initial thoughts?
Obviously I'm gutted, man. I'd worked so hard for this. Been down here in Harlow for the past 7-8 weeks now, and I'm just, everything was done. All the hard training was done. All the sacrifices was done. I was ready to fight, and I'm just honestly absolutely gutted. It couldn't have come at a worse time. I'd had my last 12 round spar a couple of days previous, and just I was feeling great, and then yeah, got the news through. It was just devastating.
The thing is as well, see when you did get the news through, Lee, what was going through your head? Were you like, I feel fit, I'm ready to fight, and like, were you questioning it, or what was going through your head when you got that positive result?
Well, to be honest, Andy, I knew I'd had it. Like, I was very, like, there was no doubts in my mind that it was coming back a negative result. I just knew, like, obviously, like I said, I had my last spar on the Thursday or the Friday, and I was feeling good. Everything was good enough, and just the weekend I just hit a brick wall. I was just the weirdest feeling ever. It's really hard to explain, but like, I just knew that I'd had it. There was no doubts, like I said, and I was just all choked up, and I was lying in bed and overheating, and to be honest, like, I'm not gonna lie, I felt terrible. So there was no surprise at all when I got the message through with the positive result. It's just devastating, really. But like I said, I was prepared. I knew it was coming, and then I was then getting to the stage where I was still trying to be hopeful and trying to maybe kid myself on that I'll still be okay to fight. Do you know what I mean? Because that's, at the end of the day, I'm a fighter, and I'd worked so hard for this. I didn't want it just to be done easy and that was it, no fight. So I was still trying to remain hopeful and still trying to, like I say, kid myself on that I could fight. And I'm just thankful that I've got the right team around me they took that decision out of my hands, and we're now looking at a new date.
In terms of the new date, are you hoping it's going to be, you can sort of squeeze it in this year, or are we looking at next year?
I would love it to be this year, but I know what's happening just now with these schedules, and so many fighters are queuing up to get their chance, and I'm thankful enough I have already managed to get out during this pandemic, and this would have been my second outing. So yeah, and I've been grateful for that, but I'm not sure because there's very limited dates now left this year with MTK. I think obviously they've got the golden contract on December the 2nd, but as far as I'm aware, that one's full. So I don't know if it's possible. It's either possibly maybe got on that, or there'll be a new date for I would imagine very early on in the new year. So either way, I'll be ready for the new date. But like I say, it's a big blow.
Definitely, I totally agree. I was actually definitely looking forward to that fight against Guthrie. But in terms of the fight, Lee, like, this was sort of like your first full camp with Ben. Everything was going smoothly. So how was the training going? Like, I know it's cliche. People, fighters always say this is the best camp of my life and stuff like that. Yeah. It's your first full camp with Ben. You're going into probably the toughest fight of your career for the European title. How ready were you?
Oh, I couldn't have been any more ready, honestly. I think my like the way I was looking speaks for itself. I was definitely looking in the best shape I ever have been. I had that from a lot of people saying you're looking the best I've ever seen you, and that's the way I was feeling. The way I was performing, sparring really well. Just everything was going so well, and I couldn't have fault anything. Nothing. Nothing was going wrong. Like, we were so confident going into the fight, and like I said, my fitness was through the roof. I was learning all the time. Like I said, I'd had a real good enough time with Ben. Yeah, like I couldn't have been any more ready, which is the real frustrating thing, because I was, without being overconfident, I was so confident going into this fight. There was just no way that I had any doubts that I wasn't winning that fight and bringing that European title home, and that's why I'm really am gutted, because I had it all set out. Everything was looking so good and positive. Like, I'd had the best. Next week was looking like one of the best weeks of my life. Honestly, it really was, and that's why I was really like, it hit me hard. Like, over the weekend, just there, like I just felt so down and depressed, and obviously not knowing when the new date was going to be. I hadn't really spoke to my team, so I was just a bit. Everyone was just a bit up in the air. But now that obviously I've spoke to the team and that, MTK, the best team around, like the best team I've got, so they'll do what's best for me, and they will get me that new date as soon as they can. So now that I've had that clarity, I do feel a bit better. But like I said, like, it was looking like the best week of my life. Obviously Wednesday I was hopefully becoming European champion. And then my daughter was second birthday was on the Saturday, so we were looking to have a double celebration for that, bring the belt back home for her, and then we were flying out to Dubai on the Sunday. So it's just, honestly, like, just feel like I've been hit right in the face with a brick.
You do that, you get hit with a brick for a living in terms of fists and that. But how is, like, you said Wednesday, obviously that's out, but how, I know you have to quarantine and stuff like that. You're quarantining just now down in Harlow, but
Yeah,
how is things in terms of your daughter's birthday? Are you going to make it up the road for that? And then
yeah,
are you
yeah, no,
going to
yeah, 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 because it'll be, well, her birthday is, so this weekend, just after this weekend, I'll have my isolation will be done. So yeah, fight week, I probably would have been, well, my isolation would have been done for fight night, and that's why I was getting hopeful and saying, well, wait a minute, like, I'm no, I don't, like, my isolation's done. Like, if I try and stay on it, keep on top of it, and everything like that, but it was totally like out of our hand, really, because then we wouldn't have been isolating, because then I would have been having to go to the gym to keep on top of my weight and all that. Um, and then fight night would have come, and I just, it has took something out of me. Like, there's no denying it. Like, it's an effort getting up, trying to get out of bed and up and down the stairs. Like, just the little things that, like, was no problem at all. Like, as I said, I was fit as a fiddle. Like, I was flying. So it's definitely affected me and knocked me back a good bit. So to go into a 12-round fight and the biggest fight in my life was just silly. But I was willing to do it, and I was wanting to do it. But my team spoke some sense into me, and I now agree that that's definitely the right call.
I seen your tweet and your Instagram post that you said it's just delaying the inevitable. You're going to be
Yeah,
European champion, aren't you?
yeah, 100%. Like that. That's all it's doing. It's just delaying my goals. Like, this virus has already delayed my plans. Like, I was hoping to possibly be. I was saying 2021 I could be um challenging for a world title, which I believe I still can do. But like I say, it's just delays. Everything's just getting delayed. But as I said, it's just delaying the inevitable. Like, I will be European champion. I will be world champion. It's just delaying the process. So I just need to stay patient. I'm in a good place now. You know, like, when I first come down here 7, 8 weeks ago, like, I had a bit of weight to shift. I wasn't as fit. I'd just come back from holiday. Like, I've got all that now. So when we get the new date, like, there's none of that needs to be done. We're ready to hit it hard, and I'll be even more prepared for the new date, and I'll be in even better shape, and I'll be even fitter. I'll be even stronger. So it's in a way, it's going to be a good thing, because I'm going to be in an even better place when the time's right.
You mentioned you believe you're going to be world champion in 2021. So I want to get your thoughts quickly on Inui then at the weekend. He's in your division. I mean, what a fighter!
Aye, honestly, like, he just looks like scary power, like freakish power. Phenomenal fighter. But these are the guys I want to get in there and test myself against. Like, people might think I'm crazy saying that, but that's the fights you want to be involved in. That's the fights that really get you up for it. Do you know what I mean? And not just that, like, that's the fights that will financially secure mine and my family's lives, taking fights like that. So obviously not right now, but who knows what might happen in the future. And I'm certainly one that doesn't knock back a challenge. So if it was to come that I had to fight one of these guys, then 100% I would be down for it. But like I say, full focus is to become European champion, and then who knows what can happen. I feel like I'm going to be in a real good position to win this fight. I'm already number 6 with IBF, and New Year's the IBF champion. So it just depends what he does. He may possibly vacate and move up and try and go and do things at super bantamweight. I feel like he'll potentially clean up it that way as well. So yeah, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. Whatever plan my team has for me, MTK, whatever way they guide me, I'll do, and I'll be fully prepared for every fight, and whatever happens. But put it this way, there's no way that I would ever say no to any challenge that was put in front of me.
I know you. I know that's for a fact. That's definitely. One final thing before I let you go, Lee. First and foremost, how is Ben Davison? Is he okay? Is he fit and healthy as well? Because I know you've been sharing the 7-8 weeks with him. And one final word for the fans that obviously are disappointed that you've obviously tested positive and the delay in this fight.
Yeah, first with Ben, he's all right. He seemed to be all right. He got a test as well. I think he's isolating as well, just as in, like, to follow the precautions and that. But and in terms of the fans, like I say, like, everything happens for a reason. And you know what? This might work out better. Like, we could imagine a double header, Josh Taylor versus Ramirez, and me against Gurfey for the European title on the same show at Edinburgh Castle. So
mate, Denny, stop it. That's music to my ears, man. Fuck's sake.
So, like we said, this world has showed us that crazy things can happen. So, and we don't know what's happening, but yeah, very, very possible that we could now possibly share the show, and Josh Taylor could become undisputed champion, and I could become European. So it might work out better for us all. So we'll all stay hopeful and get this new date as soon as possible.
Well, I'm going to just keep my fingers crossed for that to happen. That's music to my ears, mate. You know that. Well, thanks for doing this for TV, Lee. I'm gutted for you. Truly am gutted for you. I was looking forward to that fight. I think everybody else was as well. Just stay safe, mate. Get yourself fit and healthy again, and let's get back to it as soon as possible.
100%, Andy. I'll catch up with you soon, mate. All right.
Definitely, brother. Thank you.
Mate.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.